he had it today. You know, some days that just happens. But coming up,
this should be fun.
This should be a good one.
Yeah, Aleksandr Bogomoev, we were very impressed by him yesterday, his 8-0 tech fall win over Nick Simmons. And Jimmy Kennedy for the Americans, really, I mean, they're all studs, but he's very, very good. Second at the 2013 U.S. World Team Trials. Won the NYACs last year. He was a 3-time All-American at Illinois. Fifth, and fourth for the Illini.
Yeah, and he's one of these guys, he's got more of an offensive style than we would see with Simmons. So I'm interested to see how his style, plays with Bogomoev's sort of laid-back approach.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday a little bit. Bogomoev sort of sits back a little more, very good defensively, and he's more of a reshot guy than he is, an attacker.
Right, but you'll be surprised at the speed when you see him. I mean, he wrestles very loose.
Yeah.
But don't let that fool you. He'll get in there crisp on his shots.
Without a doubt. Kennedy and Bogomoev still feeling each other out a little bit. Some hand fighting up high. 2:30 to go first period. No score yet. This is one match the USA could really use.
Yeah, this would be a big win for the U.S. Bogomoev definitely their most credentialed, toughest wrestler they have here.
And you talked about it a little bit yesterday, Richard, but this is a weight. We talked about how stacked the U.S. is at 74 kilos. 60 kilos is where the Russians are just really tough.
Russia's 60 kilos is probably the toughest weight in the world for a country. We talk about the U.S. 74 kilos, but the Russia 60 kilo, I mean, that's just world-class, top-notch. That's where it is.
Ear-to-ear collar tie right now. 1:45 to go in the first. Bogomoev trying to get to a leg. Kennedy shrugs him off.
You see, Kennedy had the drag there, but Bogomoev quick on that reshot. That's exactly how he's been scoring. We've seen it all week. And but good defense by Kennedy, able to stay out of that. So we know he's able to scramble with this guy.
Referee is giving Kennedy a passivity warning.
Attention.
Oh, just an attention?
Yeah, he didn't say passivity, so
he put his hand up.
Yeah, the judge and chair didn't confirm it.
Oh, okay.
So I got to assume that's just an intention, but do expect that pretty soon if no one gets on the board here.
Yeah, still 1:08 to go in the first. No score. Not a whole lot of action. Usually the smaller guys will be more of a faster up-tempo. And now they give it.
So Kennedy's now on the shot clock. 30 seconds to score, or he will give up a point. Now, they've been trying to do that at about the 2-minute mark if it's still scoreless.
Yeah, that's right about where we saw it. Didn't see the exact time on the clock when it was stopped.
They blew the whistle right at 2 minutes. So,
okay.
So once that hits 30 seconds, you've got 10 seconds left for Kennedy. Bogomoev will get a point, correct.
So Kennedy's got 5 seconds to get a takedown here. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen, so they'll blow it. And 1 point, red. So the Russian, Bogomoev, takes a 1-0 lead with 29 seconds to go in the first. But for Kennedy, against a guy who is so good at counterattacks, more important to just not try to force anything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I saw that a lot at Worlds. Guys would get put on the clock. It didn't change anything. You know, they're okay giving up the point. With the takedown being 2 points, you know, you'd rather not give up the 2 and just give up the 1.
Bogomoev still strong on the head of Kennedy. Really tugging down on the neck, and that'll do it for period number 1, a 1-0 lead for Aleksandr Bogomoev over Jimmy Kennedy of the USA. Kennedy, of course, in the blue singlet. The Russian Bogomoev in the red. You should see that throughout the duel today.
Yeah, we only really saw that one flurry with the Kennedy arm drag, Bogomoev counter shot in the first period. So I definitely expect these guys to come out a little bit more aggressive in the second. They felt each other out. We haven't really seen an attack from Bogomoev.
And that's a little surprising because Simmons and Bogomoev, a lot more action, whereas Kennedy normally has more action. So a little bit different.
Right. You know, sometimes it's just a style matchup.
And it's difficult for these guys sometimes, too, when you haven't seen an opponent, or when you haven't seen an opponent from that particular nation. Each nation kind of has their own little quirks, their own little idiosyncrasies. And Kennedy still trying to get a feel for the Russian style. Kennedy strong on the head right now. See if he can set something up. Bogomoev gets in on a leg.
Oh, he's in deep on that single.
Yeah, Kennedy's going to give up the 2 here.
So
3-0 lead for Russia, 2:30 to go, second period. Bogomoev trying to get in that gut wrench. Kennedy gets his belly to the mat. The referee's going to bring him back to their feet. 3-0. Russia, 2:19 to go, second period.
All right, so now it's go time for Kennedy. He's got to get 2 takedowns to take the lead. It's not the time to be sitting back at this point.
Absolutely not. Kennedy strong in the head. Oh, almost got to the knee of Bogomoev, but boy, this Russian's so good defensively. Spent a lot of time tied up high, and now Bogomoev gets in on another shot and another takedown for the Russian. 5-0 lead. 1:42 to go in the period and in the match. 5-0 lead for Russia. Bogomoev's just going to let them bring it back to their feet. He's not going to try anything from the top position.
Yeah, and this Bogomoev, he just wrestles so methodically almost. He's just so consistent. Doesn't seem to get flustered out there, and he's got a 5-0 lead. He's looking for a tech fall here. So he's looking mighty impressive this weekend.
He really is. Which we expected him to. A Russian at 60 kilos.
We do expect that.
1:10 to go second. 5-0 Bogomoev of Russia, leading Jimmy Kennedy of the USA. Crowd trying to get Kennedy into it. Willing him to take a shot here. Gets shrugged right off. Kennedy's really got to go. Cornell mascot Redman in the building trying to get the crowd into it. Now Bogomoev in on a double leg, and he takes Kennedy right to his back, and they're going to give 3, and that will do it. An 8-0 win for Bogomoev, second day in a row. He's posted that score. And second day in a row, the USA finds themselves down 2-0 after 2 bouts in an exhibition.